666. Who says I have to do these in sequence? I don't. I make the rules, you see. I make the rules. And today, of course, it has to be this one. This is, of course, it's that one. It's 666 by Aphrodite's Child. Because everyone always said you should do 666 on Prog Review 666. I'm saying 666 a lot. Someone might say it's the number of some sort of beast or something, but yeah, it's 666. Originally released June 1972. This is the new music on vinyl, whatever they're called. Yeah, limited. It's got a limited edition. There's a number. Look, there's a number on it. Look. The reason I'm doing it on the wibbly wobbly webcam is because I can show it off with it being in focus. And this comes on a delightfully. Whoa, it's going to fall off. Look at this. Look at that. It's red vinyl, and you can see my light reflected in it. Look here. Look. If I do that, that looks fucking cosmic, man. Cosmic. But yeah, this is red vinyl. Though it is ruined now because I have touched it. There are T-shirts available with that slogan on, with a picture, with a finger touching a record. In my Teespring merch shop, buy the merch. Everyone loves the merch. So yeah, everyone also said you ought to cut. Oh, Aphrodite's Child. Oh, progressive rock. Oh, Greek. Oh, you should cover it. And so I thought, well, this came out. I thought I'll give it a go. I can't remember if I've ever heard it before. I don't think I had. I've never had any urge to hear it. It features, I mean, the musicians on this are fascinating. You got, of course, it's Vangelis Pathanathou. Yeah, not Mr. Papadopoulos. He's on it, and he plays. I mean, that's not his real name. His real name is Evangelos Odias Papadopoulos. I mangled that completely, and you can all correct me in the comments. And also, Demis Roussos is on this as well, and he's a really good bass player. And the other guys don't need to talk about because they're not important. It's your Roussos and your Vangelis that you wanna take notice of here. Yeah, it is a concept album about Revelation, the Book of Revelation in the Bible. In that book with that bloke in it, JC, not Jeremy Clarkson, no, Jesus H. Christ, I believe. It's about him, and 666 is the number of the beast, the devil, and it's about that. It's about the apocalypse. And it was released in 1972. The interesting thing for me is the album doesn't sound like it was recorded in 1972, but it's fallen through a time warp of about 5 years. Because it sounds very 60s. It sounds very 67, 68. It sounds, yeah, and I'm not that impressed. I'm not that impressed by it at all. They say it's progressive. I'd say it's more like a musical to a film that doesn't exist. It opens with everyone saying "fuck the system." Which is nice. Refers to the famous 60s pamphlet from Abby Hoffman, which says the same thing. I think it says "We are the system, fuck the system." So the sound collage, and that goes into Babylon, which is it's all right, but the recording, it just sounds like it was done in a cupboard. And when the voices come in, because there's a narrator that speaks. It takes on, was it the Langley? Is it Langley School Choir album? Have you ever heard that? Yeah, have I got that right? Is it the Langley? Let me just. Yeah, the Langley Schools Music Project. Go and listen to them and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They cover pop tunes of the day, but in a very kind of quaint and unusual style. Very quaint. So yeah, I don't like this record at all. It doesn't speak to me. Some of the musicianship is lacking. I did enjoy the track "The Four Horsemen." I like that track a lot, and the Lamb instrumental. I like that. I like that a lot. But there's not a lot else on here to get into. So yeah, it's I don't know. It's a hard one to get through for me. So yeah, by the end of side one, I'm kind of done. Side two, there's some nice instrumentally bits, but I've again the narration I find a bit poor and a bit almost like a school production. I'm mentioning the Langley School Music Project, and of course we have the oh no, there's one bit out, was it Altamont, where they mentioned the Rolling People. We are the Rolling People, and again it reminded me of the Verve, because they had a song called Rolling People, I think, off of Urban Hymns. That made me smile. But again, a lot of the music on this, and a lot of the production is very 60s. It's very kind of that psychedelic era. And I'm not the greatest fan of psychedelia, but it feels very old-fashioned. This is 1972, and when you think of like some of the other albums that were out at that time, it doesn't feel modern at all. If you'd have played it to me blind, I'd have said, "Oh, this is from the 60s," to labour the point somewhat. So yeah, then we get on to is it side 3? I've mentioned Altamont, yeah, and there's some more instrumental pieces, and they vary in quality, and they're pleasant enough. And then we get Infinity, which is 5 minutes of orgasmic noises building up. And again, this makes me think of it being that but like I said, back in the Flower Power era, it seems very like that, and almost again out of place, culturally speaking, on this record, because it's like, this has already been done. All this sex music and sex magic and orgasm stuff. It's just I guess it was trying to be shocking. It just comes across as a bit sad and embarrassing. And yeah, so that's it. And then it kind of limps to its conclusion. But it's not ended. Oh no, because we have side 4 to get through, which features the epic All the Seats Were Occupied, which is 20 minutes long. And please, do we have to? This isn't a record for me. This isn't a record for me at all. I just thought that last 20 minutes was incredibly dull. And again, especially when it started mixing bits of what had gone previous, and not in a good way, in a really bad, hodgepodgey, amateurish kind of way. I do not understand why so many people rant and rave about this record. To me, it comes across as very amateurish in places, old-fashioned, overblown. Crikey, does it need 4 sides? No, you could edit this one down. I think the narrator needed to be replaced. The narrator just brings an air of amateurishness that you really don't need. The good thing about it, and again I'm going to hold it up, is the actual sleeve itself. That's very modern. I still think that's a very modern sleeve. I think the only indication it could be is that typeface is a little bit 60s, what they've done there. But I like, the best thing about it is the sleeve, because it's really they've done a really iconic thing there. Unless it's in the rack the wrong way around, and you think, it's about the police. For in the UK, you dial 999 to get the police, don't you know? So yeah, not a good experience. And I listened to this times more than once, my friends. and I only really like the Four Horsemen song. That's about it, and the instrumental that it leads into, the Lamb. And the rest of it, I could pretty well much never hear again. And I'll never understand why people rant and rave and say, Darren, you need to hear this. You need to. This is Greek progressive rock. It just reiterates what I've always said, that there's no such thing as Greek progressive rock. Progressive rock is a British phenomena, and I'm standing by it. Everything else is just a poor facsimile. And this is one of them. I think it would have been done better if it was actually like a musical. If they'd have gone more down the musical route and had more, instead of having the narration parts, have more singy songs. It's more, maybe different vocalists and different characters. I think it would have been a bit more successful for me. But yeah, it's a real oddity because I don't feel that it's particularly progressive. I think it's just been given that label because it's based on a concept, feels more like a musical, and you have that lengthy All the Seats Are Occupied piece, which it's kind of an indicator of what Vangelis might move on to, because it being more synthesizer driven. But I guess everyone's got to start somewhere. That's it. That's the way we can justify this. And if you're interested in the career of Vangelis or Demis Roussos for that matter, hey, check this one out. But yeah, in terms of a rating, this gets oh god, 2 Four Horsemen out of 5. That's 2 Four Horsemen out of 5, and only gets an extra point for the cover. Because I think the cover's pretty iconic. I like the cover with its minimalism. I like that. So anyway, my name is Darren Locke. I have been talking about Aphrodite's Child and their 666 album. Blimey, he only gone and done it, and that was from June 1972. Though it sounds like it could have been released in '67 during the Summer of Love, But yeah, a real oddity, a real odd one, that one, real oddity. But don't forget to engage, for we need engagement and all that stuff, because not anyone's going to watch this video. Mind you, probably be because it's this album, probably get loads of views. But engagement. Don't forget to leave your comment. What do you think about this album? Is it a prog classic, or is it more, I don't know, a rock opera? Yeah, rock opera. Yeah, I think that's probably, if we judged it as a rock opera, it'd probably work out a bit better. Though again, it needs more characters. But yeah, what do you think? Don't forget to like or dislike this video. It's all engagement, and we'll do this all again soon. There's only one more thing left to say, and if you don't know what it is by now, then I don't know. Prog on.